We all want to live well. Eventually, it's not how much you have or what have you accomplished that counts. What matters is, do you feel happy and contented when you hit the bed at night? Or is your head experiencing the turmoil of thoughts of anger, of frustration, of helplessness, of complaints? No, we are always faced with so many confusing choices. How to make the right choice in life is the $1,000,000 question we always face every moment of our lives. And mastering the skill of choice making means mastering the skill to choose our attitude, to choose our thoughts, to choose what action we should take next. So developing this most important skill of right choice making could be the grandest adventure we can take as a human being. But it's not easy to always make the right choices unless our inner character map is aligned with the universal values. And Ashtanga Yoga gives 10 guidelines, the 5 yamas and the 5 niyamas. They help us to install a right character map within us, which enables us to overcome the turbulence and drama of our life. The result of a skillfully lived life is nothing less than joy. The yamas help us to stay away from mental diseases of lust, of anger, of greed, of envy, which in turn help us to keep the body free from the energy blocks. The yamas are like deleting the negatives, and the niyamas are like cultivating the positives. The niyamas help in facilitating better energy flow. Yamas try to make sure that there is no further impurity in our energy systems, in our energy channels. And the niyamas make sure that there is a maintenance of that purity. So in this video, you shall learn life transforming insights about how the first niyama about purity or shaucha can help us develop our mental clarity, improve our focus, and achieve the mastery of our senses. We shall go really very deep into this aspect of inner purity or shaucha. So stay with us till the end of this video. But before we proceed, kindly allow me to pay my gratitude to my Guru. Om Ram Shri Kanaiyalal Sharmaye Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. The first niyama talks about purity or shaucha. And Maharshi Patanjali says in his Yoga Sutras, Shauchat Swang Jugupsa Parer Sansargaha. That means, as a result of purification or shaucha, one establishes a detachment, that is jugupsa, from the body and is not influenced by others. So there are two aspects of shaucha. First is the disinclination for one's own body, and the second is disinclination towards another's body. Cravings for the body begin in our mind. When we are constantly craving for physical intimacy, we are not allowing our own energy to stand on its own, and thus we are lost. Our real self is lost. Cravings for physical intimacy are the cause of so many crimes worldwide. Practicing shaucha helps us to devote personal space and time. It gives us the opportunity to learn about our own strengths and our own weaknesses and about our own true spirit. Shaucha or purity guides us not only to purify our body, but also our speech and our thoughts. With physical and mental purification, we become less cluttered. Purification brings about our true essence. Inner purity removes the heaviness and the clutter of toxins and minimizes our distraction. We become more pure in our relationship with each moment of life. And in the next sutra, Maharshi Patanjali says, Sattva Shuddhi Saumanas Ekagra Indriya Jaya Atma Darshan Yogatvani Cha. He says, moreover, with purification, with Shuddhi, we cultivate mental clarity, that is Sattva, and a cheerful attitude, that is Saumanas, and ability to focus, that is Ekagra, and our mastery over our senses, that is Indriya Jaya, and a readiness, that is Yogatvani, to connect with our self, that is our Atma Darshan. So, through cleanliness and purity of body and mind, that is Shaucha and Shuddhi, comes a purification of the essence, that is Sattva, a goodness of a feeling, a sense of focus with intentness, the mastery of the union of the senses, and a fitness, a preparation, and the capability for self-realization. So, in this sutra, he goes so deeper and says that as we spend less energy and time obsessing over our external world, we become more focused on our internal selves. He describes the results of purity in 5 levels. The first level is our mental clarity, that is the Sattva. It is the state of balance and peace of a mental and emotional level. There are 2 benefits of being in this state. The first benefit is you will not experience the negative or the obstructive tendencies of lethargy, of illness, of doubts, of lack of vigor, or your desire for lust, or a judgmental perspective, or even stagnation and giving up. And secondly, in this state of Sattva, you will experience more health, vitality, confidence, more motivation, open-mindedness, and lot of determination. It is the highest potential we have on a mental and emotional level. The second result is a cheerful attitude, that is Saumanasa. Clarity leads to a positive way of life, a positive way of being. And this does not mean that you will not feel negative emotions, but it means that you will not be attached to a feeling a certain way. There will be a lightness about your way of being. You will have an understanding that regardless of what feelings are manifesting, life is always good. The third is focus or ekagra. And as your mind draws inward, you become less distracted with the external world, and you are able to focus on one thing at a time for prolonged periods of time. The fourth result of this is mastery of your senses, that is Indriya Jaya. That mental clarity, the lightness and focus are only possible once you can redirect your attention from focusing on the external world to something more subtle within yourself. And the fifth result you get out of this Shaucha is your eligibility to connect with the self, that is Atma Darshan and Yogatvani. As a result of taming the senses, the focus goes towards your self-reflection. The mind becomes clearer and we become lighter and more cheerful. Then, when you start to consciously choose what to engage with, you become ready to experience your highest potential, your true self. So why is purity so important? See, there is a massive energy that lies dormant within each of us. This is the energy of consciousness or awakening, or some people know it as our Kundalini Shakti. We get glimpses of this energy sometimes, in moments when tears of overwhelming love swell in our eyes, in moments when beauty captures us in wonder, in moments when the life force pulsates through us, making us vibrant and young. Purification strengthens the body and the mind, preparing us for the awakening of that sleeping energy within us. Purification prepares us for the greatness of our spirit. It awakens us to the experience of that divine mystery. The process of purification might take various forms. It might be in the form of increased physical exercises you might undertake, or a day of fasting, or it could be having just a fruit juice a day, or perhaps a day of cleaning out the clutter in your house. It might be in the form of purifying your tongue or your speech so that you don't speak lies or anything that may hurt anyone. On a physical level, our bodies carry so many poisonous toxins from a junk diet that we eat. Our minds carry the heavy baggage of hatred, of victimhood, of non-forgiveness. And all these past wounds we carry within us, they injure ourselves only. Forgiveness of self and others is the most precious gift we can give to ourselves. And all purification begins with an intention to lighten the load that we are carrying. Shaucha asks us not only to seek purity in ourselves, but to seek purity with every moment of our lives. By allowing it to be as it is, we create more turbulence and impurity whenever we try to judge, whenever we try to criticize or manipulate our people and circumstances around us. Purity is about authentic relationship with every moment of life as it is, not how we want it to be. Being pure with ourselves means we are not afraid of our thoughts or of our feelings, and we do not have to hide anything from ourselves. Being pure with ourselves increases our endurance with our own suffering, our own intimacy, our joy, our boredom, our pain, and our anxiety. We become safe with ourselves, and we become a safe place for others also. We become a person who can comfortably and compassionately sit with another person without the need to fix them. Purity truly means that our head and our heart are unified. Our thoughts, our actions, and speech are congruent, and we are in the present moment. The practice of purity asks us to slow down and do one thing at a time. Purity embodies the slow steadiness which is necessary to give all of our attention to one thing at a time. And as we practice slowing down and giving each thing our undivided attention, we will find ourselves more integrated and more pure with every moment of our life. Hurrying and multitasking and busyness, all symbols of success in our culture, are killers of purity. Purity requires all of our attention in that moment so that we can go on to the next thing with our complete full awareness and complete energy. Professor Krishnamurti, he writes of the freedom this kind of engagement brings when he says, I enter fully into each experience and I come out from each of them fully too. I put the whole of me into all I do and out of it that all I do. So purity asks us to make full and honest contact with every moment so that there is nothing lost, there are no regrets, there is no residue. And we begin to lose the heaviness of waste and clutter. We begin to feel lighter. We begin to feel more spacious and more expansive. And our bodies become more alive. Our minds become more clear. And our hearts become more compassionate. Lord Krishna talks about the importance of purity of our physical self, our speech, and our mind in Bhagavad Gita. He says, Manah prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava sanshuddhir te tapo manas samuchyate. It means serenity of thought, of gentleness, of silence, of self-control, and purity of purpose. All these are declared as the austerity of the mind. And austerity of the mind is more powerful than the austerity of body and speech. If we can learn to master the mind, we will automatically be able to master our body and master our speech. The state of our mind determines the state of our consciousness. And we must cultivate our own mind with rich and noble thoughts while weeding out the negative and debilitating thoughts. If we allow resentful or hateful or blaming or unforgiving thoughts to reside in our mind, they will have a debilitating effect on our personality. We will never be able to achieve anything worthwhile in life until we have learned to control our anger, to control our hatred, to control our dislikes. And these are the weeds that choke out the manifestation of divine grace within our hearts. People, mistakenly believe that their thoughts are secret and no one external person is seeing them, and it has got no external consequences just because no one else knows about it. But they do not realize that their own thoughts create their inner character, which in turn creates their outer personality. It is you alone who has the power to make your life extraordinary. A life which millions others would dream to follow and live. You can either live a default life and continue getting tossed up and down on the waves of pain and misery of life, or you can design your life. The choice is yours. And if you wish to learn more secrets of how to live an extraordinary life, you can join my free workshop, whose link is given below. And in my free workshop, I tell you the secrets to design your extraordinary life. And I am your brother guide to prosperity. And my mission in life is to help you realize the dreams of your life and help you achieve something worthwhile in life for which your family, your parents, and your children can be proud of.